This is why Southern New England turns to News Channel 10, an exclusive consumer unit investigation. Audrey Laganis revealed some Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Rhode Island subscribers are owed refunds for the breast cancer medication that helps keep them alive. And R.J. Heim with an amazing story about an elderly woman in extreme circumstances who saves her own life. Plus, a health alert advises you about the recall of a popular arthritis drug and examines alternative medications. When news breaks, turn to the team you trust. News Channel 10. Come join NBC 10 under the big tents of the Newport Yachting Center for the 11th Annual International Oktoberfest. We'll be welcoming the harvest with Bavarian bands from throughout New England, dancers, delicious German and American dishes, plus a beer and wine garden. There's also beautiful crafts for sale and amusement rides for the kids. It all happens Saturday, October 9th through Monday, October 11th, Columbus Day weekend, starting at 11 a.m. every day. And thank you for turning to 10. You're watching NBC 10, Southern New England's leading news station. Thank you for turning to 10. From WJAR, this is News Channel 10 at 6.
Is she ready to blow? Mount St. Helens continues to rumble.
Crews back on the scene of a destructive fire in North Providence as dozens of residents left homeless are wondering once again, where are they going to go? I'm Mario Farr, the latest tonight.
And a missing van, a sick child, and a truly desperate family. Good evening, everyone. News Channel 10 at 6. An East Providence family is hoping to beat all odds and track down a missing specialty van used to help their quadriplegic son get around. News Channel 10's Cherie Curry joins us live with more on this story. Cherie?
Well, Kelly, as you can imagine, the family is torn up over this loss. The van was a key mode of transportation for them and their disabled son, and a lifeline to the community, but that lifeline has now been severed.
11-year-old Kyle Page has been a quadriplegic nearly all his life, confined to a wheelchair and life support after suffering a stroke when he was 3. But despite his limitations, his family considers him like any normal child.
Sweet, brave child.
Kyle's parents say what has helped him maintain a life of normalcy is the van they use to take him to different activities. But this past Thursday, it was stolen.
I went into the Stop and Shop for about 10 minutes. I came back out, the van was gone.
A theft that has emotionally devastated the family.
I couldn't believe it. This is, I don't know, confusion, panic.
When you have somebody disabled in your life, you're limited to begin with. To take something like that away is, I feel trapped.
And it's taken a physical toll. Kyle needs special care around the clock. But now that the van is gone, it's made it difficult for them to get that care and impossible to carry out basic tasks.
A simple thing of going to the grocery store to get milk. I mean, you can't do those things without having an accessible van, to safely travel with him.
Kyle's family only hopes that one day someone will return the missing van.
If they have any compassion at all to realize what they took, just put it in a parking lot somewhere, on the street somewhere. You know, that's all we want is the van.
The Pages tell me the van contains special equipment Kyle used to help keep him alive, valued at more than $20,000. They have set up a fund to help recover that loss. If you would like to make a donation, you can to the Kyle Page Fund at any Fleet Bank. In the newsroom, Cherie Curry, News Channel 10.
Let's hope whoever has this van does the right thing. Cherie, thank you very much. Well, 2 cars collided in Coventry this morning on Arnold Road. It injured 3 people. Police report that the drivers of a van and a pickup truck crashed into each other just before 10 a.m. A father and son were in the pickup. Raymond Lawrence was life-flighted to Rhode Island Hospital. He is in critical condition. His 14-year-old son was taken to Hasbro. He is expected to be okay. Meanwhile, the operator of the van, Stephen Boucher, is also at Rhode Island Hospital in serious condition. In Massachusetts, 4 children are still in the hospital after being hit by a car in their schoolyard. Fortunately, there has been some improvement in their conditions. A 6-year-old and a 5-year-old have been upgraded to serious. A 3-year-old has been upgraded to good, but another 3-year-old remains in fair condition. And a 5-year-old who had to have his leg amputated also remains in serious condition. These kids were among the 12 people injured when a car car hopped the curb and plowed into an after-school crowd on Friday. Police still don't know what caused the driver to do this. Counselors will be on hand when school opens up tomorrow morning. A man struck and killed Friday night in Pawtucket has been identified. Emma Milton Almeida of Pawtucket was found on Caver and Main Streets. He died at Memorial Hospital shortly after 11 o'clock. There haven't been any arrests in this case. Meanwhile, one person was killed, another seriously hurt after their car went out of control on Mendon Street in Bellingham. Police say a car jumped the curb and slammed into a tree. One person was pronounced dead at the scene. The other was taken to Milford Whitensville Memorial Hospital. Police have not released their names. Police in Newport believe they have broken up a drug ring. 5 men and 1 woman were arrested and charged with possession of cocaine. All of the arrests were made in the Thames Street area. Officers from the federal government, the Navy, and other departments helped in this bust. Well, crews were back on the scene investigating a suspicious fire in North Providence. The fire has left dozens of residents of a condo complex without a place to stay. Newschannel 10's Mario Hilario has the very latest.
Sunday afternoon, still a very active scene at the Cove at Wenscott condominiums. Local and state fire marshal as well as a canine unit here investigating how the fire started nearly 24 hours earlier. Dozens of people left homeless. The Red Cross put up 24 people at this hotel in Pawtucket.
Well, it's a stressful situation, obviously, but people have been really nice, the Red Cross, the North Providence Fire Department, so what can you do? These things happen.
I stayed with a relative last night, but it's in Newport, so I think tonight I'll probably be staying in town at one of the hotels.
By midday Sunday, still no word on how many residents will be allowed back home and when. Inspectors want to make sure the building is safe.
To go apartment by apartment and analyze everything. The electrical service has to be analyzed to see what's going on there.
The Red Cross is helping those who have been left homeless by this fire, but with the agency facing a drain on its resources as of late, the mayor has said the city will step in and help.
We're going to take care of them, provide places for them to sleep if they need food, even if they need clothing. We have the resources to get that for the people, and that's one of the big concerns are right now.
People left in limbo, not knowing where they may spend another night, getting by without the things many of us take for granted.
You don't know when you're going back, and you don't even have a simple thing like your toothbrush or, your pillow that you like to sleep on, clothing for tomorrow.
Residents hoping their lives can soon get back to normal. In North Providence, Mario Hilario, Newschannel 10.
A community group is raising money to get the smell out of Alton, a section of Richmond, Rhode Island. Local candidates for office held a breakfast to raise money for the Alton Community Action Group. People in Alton have complained about the smell in their air and water for years now. The source may be the wastewater lagoons located at the Sharbert textile plant. The group has been trying to raise money for their own water and air testing.
There is no smell that I've ever smelled in this state or any other state that smells like this that we're getting now.
We're trying to get everybody involved as a community to support each other, to figure out what the best solution is to move forward to solve the problem.
Alton residents say they don't want Sharbert to shut down, just to become more environmentally responsible. The company plans to build a wastewater treatment plant, but that could still be years away. A school union has filed a grievance against Rhode Island College. At issue, Rick's diversity plan. Faculty union spokesperson Daniel Weisman says the policy prohibits demeaning jokes and statements, but it also could unfairly limit free speech. The college says a panel of students, faculty, and staff will review the policy and suggest any necessary changes. Residents around Mount St. Helens are told the volcano could erupt at any time. And scientists on the Cape are taking a break from trying to convince an ornery shark to go home.
And hi, everyone. Turned out to be a very nice day across southern New England today. Touch of autumn, real autumn weather in the air. Nothing happening on the Weather Team 10 Doppler 10,000. It's clear. I'll let you know if we're going to be clear all this week on the radar and when the temperatures will drop. It's going to feel more like autumn. It's all coming up here on Newschannel 10 at 6.
Hi, I'm Mario Hilario. Applications are now being accepted for the next NBC 10 Citizens Bank Community Champions Program. If you're a nonprofit organization specializing in workforce development, you have until Friday, October 15th to submit your application and be eligible to be compensated for your contributions to Rhode Island communities. Each community champion will receive a cash contribution, volunteer and PR support, and needed exposure. For more information on the community champions, visit our website, and thanks for turning to 10.
Steam and smoke erupting from the cone of Mount St. Helens. This was the scene earlier this week, a prelude to perhaps a major eruption. Well, scientists are keeping a closer watch than ever now on St. Helens. There were several significant earthquakes in the volcano overnight, leading experts to think that a major blast is imminent. Reporter Teresa Reardon has the latest.
The harmonic tremors that signaled magma moving to the surface of the lava dome returned early Sunday morning. Scientists also recorded more earthquakes and more cracks in the lava dome and glacier. And that's not all.
For the first time, we can say that we have detected volcanic gas. Carbon dioxide levels in the crater and around the dome are well above background.
I've got a pair of wire cutters.
Scientists need to get a better reading on those gases to know what they're dealing with. If magma reaches the surface loaded with gas, it could be explosive. But if those gases aren't present, the eruption would be less severe. Either way, local communities are preparing.
We are passing out information on volcanic ash, how to treat it, things to do and not do. We're talking about sheltering in place issues, and we're talking about evacuation routes and planning evacuation sites.
But for now, no one seems to be too afraid of Mount St. Helens.
It might be cool, pretty cool.
Onlookers continue to crowd roads and parking lots around the mountain in hopes of witnessing an eruption.
If it's, ash and just a plume of smoke, then we'll probably just sit here and watch it. If it's bigger than that, then we'll head for the car.
The Forest Service said that's a good plan for all visitors because conditions may change at any time. Again, scientists say the biggest possible impact to the public is ashfall, and that's why those areas closest to the mountain remain closed. Reporting near Mount St. Helens, Washington, Teresa Reardon, NBC News.
Next, the latest on Woods Hole, most notorious resident. Plus, with more than $150 million at stake, did anyone win Powerball?
Closed captioning on NBC 10, sponsored by Cardi's Furniture Superstores, Swansea, West Warwick, and South Attleboro. Weather Team 10 reports brought to you by Albert's Furniture Showplace. Just what you're looking for in a furniture store.
The great white shark in Woods Hole is getting a little bit of a breather today. It's been more than a week since the 15-foot shark rode the high tide into a small lagoon. Since then, she's been swimming in circles, and scientists have been looking for ways to coax her back out to sea. A series of electrical jolts almost convinced her yesterday to head for deep water, but she suddenly retreated back to the lagoon. Biologists don't want to put too much stress on the animal, so they're taking a break for a while.
Hi, everyone. A real taste of fall in the air across southern New England today. We're going to be a little milder tomorrow, and then the bottom drops out of everything. And, I was just checking the record books, and it's October is the month where the first frost happens. And, in fact, many years in the past, the record low temperatures have been in the 20s in October. But folks weren't thinking about temperatures in the 20s this morning up in Foster. It was the Little Roadie chapter of the Antique Truck Show, Foster, to benefit the Rhode Island Community Food Bank. The food bank really needs the cans because a 21% increase in the number of people tapping into the food pantry. 51,000 people in the past year, half of them children. So a lot of folks got a good day out in the sunshine and helped out a good cause as well. We've got a sunset across the area, clear tonight, seasonable temperatures in the 40s, all right? Then mild and sunny on Monday. The cold front that'll be changing our temperatures for Tuesday and Wednesday will arrive late on Monday night. We're looking at 61 degrees right now. We're also looking out into the tropics this time of the year. We're still in hurricane season through the end of November, although we're past the peak. Last advisory has been written on Lisa away in the far northeastern Atlantic, and National Hurricane Center keeping an eye on clusters of clouds in the Caribbean. We always keep an eye on these things because we've been hit in the past, but we've been lucky this year. So nothing going on tropical weather-wise. What we are looking at is seasonable temperatures live on the Weather Team 10 WeatherNet. 53 at Oxford School in Fairhaven, 59 at Rocky Hill, 58 at the Billboard in East Providence for NBC 10. Eastern Connecticut, Tallinn Middle School at 54. East Lyme at 58. And Sacred Heart checking in with 49 degrees. First weather watchers, Matt Mershon watching up in Medway on the football team in freshman years. Had a beautiful sunny day, 59 degrees now. Aaron and Stephanie checking in from Pawtucket, taking it easy after a busy night last night with 60. Derek Mazzio and Seekonk, beautiful weather, 61. Albertina Pelletier, perfect day in Little Compton, 58 degrees. Anyone can be a weather watcher by calling 455-9138 or logging on to turnto10.com and following the links. Clouds hung around Cape Cod for a little while this morning. They pulled out of the picture. You saw a beautiful afternoon. And we had a bubble of high pressure moved in. It's kind of weakening and falling apart, but it's also pushing out the remains of that storm system that gave us the rain showers yesterday. Beautiful day today, huh? We're going to do it again tomorrow, bump up the temperatures a few degrees. Weather Team 10 Future Track, watch the time code right now. That low pressure stays offshore. We have a cool night tonight. But all eyes are to the north and west. This will be some of the coldest weather of the autumn season so far. 5 o'clock in the morning. We're cool, the sun comes up, we're a mild day on a southwest wind. We'll be watching the fronts, anticipated to push through around midnight on Monday night. Not enough time to really cool down early Tuesday morning. Tuesday during the day will be cool with temperatures in the 60s, but Tuesday night into Wednesday, that's when we could see and feel some of those temperatures in the 30s. Southwest winds 5 to 15 knots on Narragansett Bay. An advisory may be necessary early Tuesday morning. Waves 1 to 2 feet, though, tomorrow. A gale warning may be necessary further out for Tuesday morning. Sun up 646. Water temperature upper 50s to low 60s. Tonight, clear, seasonably cool. 46 Providence, 42 New Bedford, 41 Gloucester, 39 Middleborough, and 43 Charlestown. Lots of sunshine. Still mild tomorrow. 70 Providence, upper 60s elsewhere. Warwick, 67. Beautiful day along the coast. Late season beaching, maybe. 65 Narragansett. All right, with the sweater on top of the bathing suit. Attleboro, 69. New Bedford, 67. The sun still feels warm, though.
Yeah, it's been beautiful.
Brow Passage late Monday night, 46 early Tuesday. Tuesday only 62, 38 early Wednesday morning, only 60 for the high on Wednesday. But it doesn't last long. We turn milder on Thursday and Friday with highs in the upper 60s, and that's where we're supposed to be.
Okay. Thank you very much, RJ.
You bet.
Well, if you did not win Powerball last night, there is some good news. Nobody won. Yesterday's jackpot topped more than $150 million. Long lines were pretty common as Powerball players across the nation took a shot at all that cash. Since there was no winner, that monster jackpot now rolls over, and Wednesday's drawing is expected to be close to $180 million. Patriots look to extend their winning streak today with a win over Buffalo. Meanwhile, the Red Sox finally know where they'll be heading for the playoffs. Frank Carpano is coming up next with sports.
When you see breaking news, dial star 10 from your Verizon wireless phone. Verizon Wireless provides the toll-free call for News Channel 10 viewers.
As expected, the Patriots collected their 18th consecutive win this afternoon in Buffalo, but it was by no means easy. First quarter, the Patriots strike first. Corey Dillon busts one 15 yards. Pats led it 7-0. An Adam Vinatieri field goal made it 10-3, but on the kickoff, the Pats special teams let one get away. Watch the Bills' Terrence McGee. He's off to the races. Runs this kick back 98 yards. It's the longest return in Bills history, and the game was tied at 10.
Look at him go, touchdown!
Second quarter, Drew Bledsoe connects with Eric Moles, a 41-yard touchdown pass, and that put the Bills on top 17-10. But Brady, under constant pressure in this game, marches the Pats down the field, ties the game on this 30-yard touchdown pass to David Patton, 17 all at the half. But the Bills self-destruct in the fourth quarter. Buffalo offside on Vinatieri's field goal. It gives the Pats a first down, and they take advantage. Brady to Graham, a 2-yard touchdown pass, completes a 12-play, 80-yard drive, 24-17 New England. Less than 3 minutes to play, 4th and 13, and Teddy Bruschi bowls his way up the middle, forces the Bledsoe fumble. Richard Seymour picks it up. He races 68 yards for the touchdown. 31-17 New England was the final. It's the Pats' 18th straight win, tying an NFL record. They haven't lost in 53 weeks.
There's a lot of good players who are making good plays, and I think we just, as long as we continue to work hard and try to continue to improve, hopefully we continue to make those plays. But you just can't assume that those are going to happen. You have to put the work in.
Been in these situations before in a lot of tough and close football games, whether it's overtime or whatever the case may be. So we just feel like in those situations, you know, we're the best team.
Elsewhere around the NFL in this week 4, let's head to Florida. The Jaguars hosting the Colts. Fourth quarter, Jacksonville's Byron Leftwich hits Jimmy Smith. It's a 40-yard touchdown. Jags get the 2-point conversion. The game was tied at 17. But the Colts answer. Edgerrin James busted in from 3 yards out. The Colts now 3-1 after today's 24-17 win. Red Sox entered the final day of the regular season knowing that they are going to the playoffs, but not knowing who they will play. One final game against the Orioles to take care of. Derek Lowe, not a part of the playoff starting rotation, but he pitched 2 innings against the Orioles today. Allowed the second inning Jay Gibbons RBI single, 1-0 Baltimore. 2-0 Orioles in the fourth when the Sox come back. Trot Nixon starts it off, singling home Doug Mirabelli, 2-1. Later in the inning, Johnny Damon doubles in his 94th run of the season, and the game was tied at 2. Orioles take a 3-2 lead on a sac fly in the 5th, and in the 6th, that's Boston's utility man, David McCarty. He got to pitch today. Through 2 scoreless innings, he even struck out 3 batters. Sox dropped the regular season finale 3-2. Boston finishes the season with 98 wins and now turn their attention to the playoffs.
It's a great feeling. I mean, you sit through and you do a lot of work to get to this point, to have the chance to hopefully accomplish what we want to, and it is exciting. And you get nervous, and it's supposed to be like that. If you didn't, I don't think you'd be human.
Yankees wrapped up the regular season today in Toronto, tied at 2 in the 8th. Bernie Williams sends one out. This is his 22nd home run of the season. The Bombers take it 3-2. The Yankees finish the season with 101 wins. So the Yankees and Red Sox both turning their attention to Minnesota. A Twins loss against Cleveland means the Sox will face the Angels in the first round. Tied at 1 in the 3rd, Cleveland gets 2 on this Ben Broussard home run. Proved to be the game winner. The Indians beating the Twins 5-2. So here's the playoff schedule. The Sox will play the Angels. They open a best-of-5 game series with the first 2 games in Anaheim. 4 p.m. on Tuesday and then 10 p.m. on Wednesday. The series will shift back to Fenway for games 3 and 4 on Friday if necessary, and on Saturday. Friday's game time is 4 p.m. and game 5, if necessary, is back in Anaheim on Sunday. All right, we'll hear plenty more from both the Red Sox and Patriots tonight on First and 10. We kick it off tonight at 11:15. On the court, the Connecticut Sun are headed to the WNBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. The Sun completed a 2-game sweep of New York today. 60-57 was the final. Ernie Els shoots a final round 3 under par to edge Tomas Bjorn by a shot for the American Express Championship in Ireland. Brad Faxon finished 11 shots back. Fred Funk, your winner at the Southern Farm Bureau Classic. Patrick Shea and Billy Andrade were both 3 under par today. Patrick finished at 14 under par. Billy settles for 11 under par. Now to the track. In the NASCAR EA Sports 500 was seen right here on NBC 10. Scary moment down the stretch. Dale Earnhardt Jr. takes the checkered flag, but watch Elliott Sadler. His car flies into the infield. The car flips onto its hood before flipping back again onto its wheels. Crossing the finish line, Sadler was okay. As for Earnhardt Jr., it's his 5th win at Talladega. And finally, tonight we head to Seekonk. Final day of racing at the Seekonk Motor Speedway. Street stock, late models, pro stocks, and true value modifieds were some of the cars participating in races this afternoon. It was a great day for racing out in Seekonk.
No bad crashes there. No. That's good. Thank you, Frank.
Look like some of the cars from our parking lot. No, not really.
Just not yours.
No. Or yours or yours. It's looking pretty good tonight. We're seasonably cool with temperatures in the 40s. A sunny day tomorrow. Highs upper 60s to near 70. Cool front Tuesday. High only 62. The chill.